All right, guys, I'm no YouTuber, so I'm trying to do my best here to help the rest of people putting in the crash bars on the this is a 2025 Africa Twin Adventure Sport. So anyways, I watched already 2 videos and they have a pretty good amount of information to do it, but this video in particular is for those that are already at it, and I just want to capture a few details so people don't have to do more work than they need to. Okay, so first off, I got the bike on the stand. Okay, I did remove the 2 clips here. Well, first off, remove the little box here for the accessories for the tube, and then take off the terminal, the negative terminal. I had removed the clips that you see them coming through here. So this is the sensor for the exhaust. Some people said to remove this clip. I don't see the need for it, so I'm not gonna do it. All you have to do is remove the clip here, and then there's another little section that you have to undo this little collar so you can actually pull the harness down a little bit to create a little more space. Okay, that's on the left side. Coming down to the right side, all I did was, again, remove the little clip from the cowl, okay? And this will give me enough space to bring the exhaust down. That's fine. I'm already with the exhaust down. Just a comment, this exhaust is not very heavy. I mean, it doesn't seem on my end. All I did was to put a jack with some piece of board in there just to support the backside, and that seems to hold everything. I'm actually have something here just to catch it, just in case it doesn't need. I really don't need it, but as I pull down, I can actually try to support it here to clear enough space to get the brackets in. Okay, now this is important because I had to go back and forth a few times. The engine mount here, this bracket, this is the original one. You're not gonna remove this. This is gonna stay in the bike. So the kit actually brings kit number, what is it? 08P75 MKS E00. Bring the 2 pieces with the extended bolts. So this will go over that engine support or engine mount that you have there. There is another video out there to show which one is left and which one is right. If you look at the bike, obviously your left side. So the easier thing to understand it is the left one is the one with the support in the middle, closest to the bottom hole right here. So if you look at this one, it's gonna be the one closest to the end of the hole. If you look at the right one, it's got a little bit more space in it. Sorry, more space in it. So look at this sign right here, and this is exactly how they're gonna do it installed in the bike, in this location, facing out like that. Okay. So all right, I'm gonna get ready to fit those brackets in, and I'll try to get back. Now again, the bolt to the, this is important also. Sorry guys. The bolt to the engine, you do not touch that. You need to move that at all. Do not remove it. You only pull these 2 bolts from here and here. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pull those out from the other end so I can install the new ones. See, this one's here. These 2 are coming out. This one stays there. Do not touch. And also the kit comes with gaskets for the exhaust. I know a lot of people go back and forth whether they need to replace it or not. I just call my brother, who's a mechanic, and he says to replace them. Otherwise, you may have a chance to for an exhaust leak. So, all right, I'll get back to you guys later. All right, so I'm back. This is where I am now. I was able to fit the bracket in, as I mentioned. Bracket is now hand tight. Again, I didn't have to pull or remove more than you need to. Okay, this is very important to me. Removing less, disassembling less is always best. So as you can see, you only have to pull the exhaust like an inch and a half or two, maybe 2 inches, just enough so you can clear this area here. You see, so you can fit the bracket into those 2 holes. So again, I've mentioned this before, but the left bracket is the one that has the little support closest to the bottom hole. The other one has a little more space, so that's kind of what gave it up for me. You hand tie it, you put the longer screws in, and you want to, on this end, unless you have somebody helping you, you want to hold with one finger the nut and the bracket so everything stays put, and then you screw the bolt head from this side. I was able to use a little 1/4 inch wrench, so that this guy over here. Sorry. This is all the tools that you need: a 12 wrench, and I used a 1/4 inch drive with a socket, so it fits here perfectly. So this is a good lessons learned, easier than the socket. And now I left everything hand tight. All right. Now going back to the seals on the exhaust. Look, this bike only has 598 miles. A lot of people want to reuse the gaskets. I don't think you should. Look, they're already been crushed and used. So don't use it, because you may run the risk of having a leak. Look at the new one here. It comes nice and round, and again, it does seem like it's a one-time use only. All right, so if I was in your position, I'd go ahead and replace them. Little trick to the trade: if you're having a hard time trying to get it in to stay, just put a little 2 dabs of Vaseline, and that will do the trick, just to get it in there for you to bring the exhaust back up. All right, and everything in place. So yeah, leave everything hand tight, because you're gonna need things to move around while you put the supports or the engine guards. I'm actually gonna put the lower one and the upper fairing. So I will torque everything towards the end. Okay, so this is where I am right now. I'll come back to you with another update. All right, so we're back at it again. Look, I was able to get the right lower mount on. So I got it into the bracket with the bolts as it comes. It's got the bolt and the nut in the back. Although, lessons learned here, it comes with the small 6mm bolt. It goes back here into from the bracket to the mount itself. Okay, you won't see this bolt or hole in it or any nut. It's got a thread that goes directly into this mount. What I would recommend, install this one first. That is really small. I had to pull some free magic finger trying to get this thing in there. Okay, so same thing with this one here. And this one is a little easier on this side. So I got this one in, and then I was able to fit this 6mm in. This is where you do the little fingering trick. And it comes with an extended 10mm that goes into this frame itself with the spacer in it. Okay. Everything is still pretty hand tight, and I'm to the point right now where I need to bring the exhaust back to the engine. Okay, I already have the new seals in it. Put a little bit of Vaseline on it so they can stay. So I'm bringing everything up. because I need to install this part of the exhaust and so forth. So yeah, that's kind of where we at. All right, I'll get back to you. All right, we're back. So I want to say the hardest part of this whole thing was putting the exhaust back together, and that was mainly because when the exhaust is dropped, it's a little offset. So I had to play back and forth with the jack, trying to get it to where it starts going into the colors. I mean the brackets here, and then trying to maintain the seals inside with the Vaseline. So that was it. I got it to go in, make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. The bolt back here, the nut extended. It comes with that extended bolt, so you mount this. It's oversized, so it covers for the bracket. Then I torque that one back there. Exhaust is back in. Make sure you torque the exhaust to, I think it was 16 foot-pounds. These guys here are very hard to torque, so I just gave it just a nice hand torque, make sure they're tight. Same thing with the mounts, torque those. And I left this one out because I'm gonna install the upper crash bars next. And I guess at this point you can pretty much torque everything up, because this is already aligned for the next installation. So all right, well, that's where we at. I'll come back with the upper ones once I'm ready. So give you a shot how it looks. Almost time. And it looks right here, and it goes to the center. Alright, so I'm following Honda instructions for this one, and it says to assemble it in pieces starting from the top down to the sides. I saw a lot of people trying to put it together and fit it in one piece to the bike. I don't know, I'm gonna try this option. It seems to me more practical from a sub-assembly standpoint. So I got the 8x32s in here, and I got these ones that go to the 6 millimeters, the grommet and all that. So everything is pretty much hand tight, you can see. I'm gonna see how that fits now into the sides. I'll get back to you guys. So that was actually really easy to do. So start from the top, and then get the black one, the black sport in with the 32s. Then put the top one in. Then look, you're now left with the sides, which will fit right in as soon as I tight everything up. So yeah, instead of trying to build everything outside and fit it into one piece, I did it in sub-assemblies, and it came out really, really nice and easy. So another practical experience there. All right. So this is kind of the end product. I was able to get the mounts, everything torqued, tighten up, suspect, bolts over here. The one back here, like I said, was the most difficult one, so be patient. I got everything tightened up over here. I did assemble everything from the top bottom, so I explained that earlier. That was a good lessons learned. I fired up the bike to do an oil change as well, and I checked for any leakages. Everything looks good. So I got everything all back on. I just got to put the skid plates, and there we're good to go. So I also did the 600-mile first oil change. So I got that out of the way already. I think I have to read the manual, but I think from here we go to straight to 8,000 miles. Next oil change. Oh, one thing I learned, so if you want to do the oil change, make sure you get this one from Discount Auto Part. 14 flutes, 65 millimeter. Make sure it's only the 65, not the 65 and 66. It's too short and I had to go back and get another one. Make sure it's the long one. Okay, and that's about it, guys. So let's see, it's 4 o'clock. I started around 10, took my time, kind of got everything, the engine mount, the lower half, upper half, with the oil change, and I'm finishing around 4 o'clock with a little break in between and lunch, about a half an hour. So yeah, I would say it's a good 3-hour ordeal. And if you're gonna do an oil change, maybe add another half an hour or so. So first time, so I took my time. But this is it, guys. Enjoy the ride. And if I do more maintenance on this unit, I'll make sure that I'll post anything that I learn on my way through it. Okay, good luck.